I wanted to make a separate video because I want to do well and meet all your expectations on the rubric, because I'm already a day late on submitting this because it was my own mishap. So I really want to do well. So I want to be able to give you a real world example, to just kind of communicate my understanding of what I believe, how I believe this theory works. And so I wanted to look at the practice style. And so, of course, it's all going to be centered around decision making. And so, moving down the axiom, the teacher, what I'm trying to teach, what I'm trying to show my student as a teacher, I would, in the pre-impact stage, I would gather all the information, do all the planning, what I was going to show them, how I was going to show it to them, and all the logistics of everything beforehand. And then the learner's job would be to do what I taught, to do what I'm showing them. Let's just say, because a lot of PE teachers are coaches, let's just say the skill that I'm teaching them beforehand, I will show them how to position their body and use their momentum to throw a ball with their right hand. I would do that ahead of time. I would show them that ahead of time and tell them the cues. So I would come up with the cues on how to teach this skill to them. And then their job would be to individually practice that, and they would need to remember the cues that I'm teaching them to be able to reproduce what I showed them. And they would need to have space awareness of their body. They would need to do it within a timely manner. They would need to be able to move their body with force and fast. And so they would just have to practice that. And that would be the implementation part, the impact. That would be the impact part. And then I would, as their teacher, as the post-impact, or as their coach, I would assess them and how their posture was, how their form was, how their strength is. I would assess that. I would be able to assess the cues that they either followed or weren't able to follow and need more practice on. And then after having given the feedback, they're still going to be simultaneously learning to interact with others. They're going to be learning more social skills as they practice throwing back and forth with their teammate. They're hopefully going to be able to have the desire, the passion to even want to practice alone at home. And that will be like a shift in their mentality to like independently have this desire to become better at this skill. And with me giving them feedback, I hope to boost their confidence. That's going to be another social and emotional learning opportunity for them. And hopefully they will, because I'm able to assess them and give them good feedback and help them, that's going to help them grow in their decision making, because now they've learned a new skill, they've demonstrated the new skill, they're working well with others, they're choosing to work well with others, they're choosing to practice well. They are now have a routine, and we all know routine is great for kids, but it's also going to produce memory for them. So now they've acquired this skill and they've acquired this physical ability, and they've practiced it over and over and over and over. And so now they have good movement skills and strength within their throw, and things like that will stick with them for the rest of their life. And through having that practice, they that will have had the developmental effects on them, again, that were physical, social, emotional, cognitive, moral, because we support our teammates, and even speaking about myself, having played on a team before, I can see where, unbeknownst to my coach, where this theory played a part in it. And even in like I said, the pre-impact, impact, post-impact, who's making the decisions, right? So you come to practice first, you learn, the coach teaches you, then you're making the decision. Now you've been in practice, you know the routine, you go to your teammates, you throw with your partner. Now you're able to make the decisions yourself without waiting on your coach to make them for you, and be able to see the developmental effects that I can even speak for the effect that it had on me. And still to this day, I cannot play any other sport well, but I can throw a softball. I can throw a softball, and I can throw it fairly well still to this day with good aim, and still have my sportsmanship, and I'm confident to throw a ball with someone. Like, I have the confidence to go and do that. I have the physical ability to be able to. I'm not afraid to interact socially. The emotional well-being of just being with the team, I can see the mindfulness that I developed, just having to be, like I said, aware of my space and the people around me. And it just came with that practice over and over and over. And I saw that the practice style is one of the most common, and just how important it was, that feedback my coach gave me. To this day, if I see my coach, she remembers me. And it shapes you. It shapes you as a student. It shapes you as a teammate. And so I can see, like I said, unbeknownst to her, the implementation of just the skills that I acquired, that I can see all throughout this theory on this axiom created by Muska. And so my prayer is to be able to do that for my students under me.